In the heart of a fog-drenched village, there lived an enigmatic clockmaker named Elias Grayson. Elias was no ordinary artisan. His workshop, nestled at the edge of the village, pulsed with the rhythmic ticking of countless clocks, each one more intricate than the last. The villagers admired his craft, but whispered of his peculiar solitude and the eerie precision of his creations. One day, Elias unveiled his masterpiece, a clock unlike any other. Its face was a delicate lattice of gold, with hands that seemed to move with the life of their own. Beneath its crystal cover, a crimson pendulum swung steadily, almost hypnotically. Elias called it the Chronomancer. But there was something unsettling about it. The clock bore an inscription, "Time reveals all, even the truths you dare not face." The villagers' curiosity quickly turned to dread when Elias claimed the Chronomancer could predict the exact moment of a person's death. Many dismissed it as a macabre joke, but whispers spread like wildfire. What if he was right? One night, a desperate farmer named Samuel visited Elias. With trembling hands, he asked the clockmaker to test the machine. Elias hesitated but agreed. The clock's hands spun wildly before stopping abruptly. Samuel's death was foretold to occur in precisely 3 days. Samuel laughed nervously, dismissing the prediction as nonsense. But 3 days later, Samuel's lifeless body was found near the riverbank, exactly as the clock had foretold. Did Elias' clock truly foretell the future? Or was it all a sinister coincidence? And if the clock was right, what kind of power had Elias unleashed upon his quiet village? Stay with me, for the answers lie deeper than you can imagine. As word spread of Samuel's fate, fear gripped the village. People began visiting Elias, each demanding to know their fate. At first, Elias refused, but the pressure became unbearable. He relented, and one by one, the villagers stood before the Chronomancer. Each time, the clock's predictions came true. Elias's life became a nightmare. The once peaceful village descended into chaos as people obsessed over their fates. Some tried to change their destinies only to meet their ends in cruelly ironic ways. Others embraced their predictions, resigning themselves to their fates. Elias began to question the morality of his invention. Was he merely a messenger, or had he somehow become an architect of death? One stormy night, a mysterious woman arrived at Elias's workshop. Draped in a tattered cloak, she carried an air of sorrow and defiance. Introducing herself as Lenora, she claimed to be the last surviving member of a cursed lineage. "Your clock," she whispered, "has brought the curse to life, but I can help you destroy it," I said. Lenora revealed that her family had long been guardians of a dark secret, an ancient power capable of bending time and fate. She believed the Chronomancer had awakened this dormant force. Elias, desperate to rid himself of the torment, agreed to help her destroy the clock. Together, Elias and Lenora carried the clock to the edge of the village, to an abandoned well said to be bottomless. "Time cannot be unmade. You are bound to me," Elias said. Suddenly, the clock's pendulum froze, and the world seemed to stop. Elias found himself in a void, face to face with a shadowy figure. It was a version of himself, twisted and grotesque. The figure sneered, "You sought to master time, but time has mastered you." Elias realized the truth. The clock's power was a reflection of his own hubris. To destroy it, he would have to sacrifice himself. With a final act of courage, Elias cast the clock and himself into the well. Time resumed, and the villagers awoke to a world without the Chronomancer. The nightmare was over. The villagers mourned Elias, but found solace in the peace that followed. Lenora disappeared, her mission complete. The well was sealed, and the story of the chronomancer became a cautionary tale passed down through generations. And so, the tale of Elias Grayson and the chronomancer ends, a haunting reminder of the dangers of seeking power beyond our understanding. Thank you for joining me tonight at Nocturnal Narrative Studio. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe and let the shadows guide you back for more. Until next time, sleep well if you can.